Okay, welcome collective. Let's see what is coming out for the collective. What should the collective know? One card fell out, collective. Yeah. Toil and labor. Toil and labor. What should the collective know? Toil and labor. What should the collective know? Toil and labor. Yeah, some sort of a message. Some of you could be getting some sort of a job offer. Oh yeah, community is in a whole lot of problem. Okay. And yeah, a family room. A group of people. A family is in a whole lot of problem. Whoever this family is lied. A family lied. A family lied. And they're coming together to talk about this because people are now recognizing that this family story, whatever story a family gave, is not based on facts. Okay, so a group of people. Some of you is a family, some of you is a group of people. They lied. Okay, so we have 38, which is 11. Okay, we have 7. We have, oh, wow. Then we have 12. 39 is 12. And then we have 21. So we have 3s all over the board. We have 11. Never break down 11. We have 7. 39 is 12, which is another 3. 21 is 3. So we have 11, 7, 33. The Ascendance Masters is coming in. The Ascendance Masters are here giving a message. So, okay, the toil and labor. Let's see what's happening with this toil and labor. So we see the 5 of Wands. There's a whole lot of conflicts. This could be conflicts at the workplace. Okay, and the energy of the 3 of Cups. They found out, they had some sort of information that they found out about a Leo and a Cancer. Okay, the energy of the 8 of Wands. Whatever they were doing, this Leo and this Cancer, for some of you is a Leo and a Cancer, communication with a Cancer and conflicts with a Leo. They're now finding out the truth. The energy of the 6 of Wands, a lot of you collective is going to be overcoming what the family or a group of people have done to you. Okay, yeah, a corporation institution is now recognizing that the family and a group of people have lied. Yeah. So the energy of the 10 of Pentacles, there is conflict without surrounding a whole lot of money. Okay, it's like whoever this group of people is stole money. Yeah, the energy, they had some sort of a double legal documents, and they found out how these people got this legal documents. Okay, there was the King of Pentacles. So a lot of you are going to be finding out a King of Pentacles. Whoever this King of Pentacles is, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this King of Pentacles is now finding out that a group of people have lied. Okay? Whoever this person is, yes, this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is finding out this group of people's secrets. Corporation institution is now finding out what a family have done. Okay, whoever this family is and whatever this family have done, a corporation institution is finding out. So, yeah, justice is going to be coming up because they're going to be holding on a group of people. They recognize that a legal document is being doubled. Okay, and they recognize that some sort of a work permit or work contract is doubled, or some sort of a legal documents is double. So a corporation justice is coming in to shut it down. Justice is now recognizing how a Leo and a Cancer came on a whole lot of money. The Sun is in reverse, so the truth is coming out. A lot of communication is giving up. A family, whoever the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is, they're now finding out how the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is coming from rags to riches. They now find out the energy of the 8 of Cups. So we have the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. someone is now regretting, okay, because you collective are going to be finding out what this community of people have been doing and how they were extorting other people out of their wealth. Okay, so the truth is coming out because a corporation institute is now finding out the secrecy of a community of people and how this family and this community was defrauding a lot of people. Yes. So collective, you're going to be regaining your money because they recognize that they could have duplicated some sort of a legal documents. You see the energy of the message. You're going to be getting some sort of a message. Someone is going to be advising you, collective, that they duplicate some legal documents. Yes, the Queen of Wands is now in a reverse. They recognize that the Queen of Wands, this person can be a Sagittarian and a Leo. A Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is now going to be finding out that a Sagittarian and a Leo duplicate some sort of a legal documents. The Sagittarian and this Leo is connected to some sort of a community. This community was doing fraudulent things. Okay, so a young Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is now going to be finding out who is this fire sign. This fire sign is have to do with a Sagittarian and a Leo. Okay, so this fire sign is a Sagittarian and a Leo that was looking for some sort of a new start by defrauding and falsifying documentation in order to acquire. So if you notice, the Hierophant is so happy to find out the secrecy of a family and what a family was doing. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not believe the things that other family will do to other people. And this family will create fraud against another family. They were trying to get someone in problems and created the fraud so that that person would have fall in it, okay? And they're now recognizing that this family has been creating fraud for a very long time. This family could have been known as a criminal family, okay? And this family is is a group of people that defraud other people out of money, out of wealth, okay? They steal from other people, okay? So 9 of Swords. Whoever this family is now being worried, now worries for this family, okay? They're now finding out this family or this community of people. So a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is now involved in a situation, whether the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person use a Sagittarian or a Leo person to create some sort of a fraudulent documentation, okay? Whoever this young Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person is not kosher, okay? This person is not kosher. This person want things that is not theirs. This person want to live in someone else's shoes, okay? This person has been working with a Leo and a Sagittarian person to create a lot of frauds, okay? This is what this group and this community does. They steal from other people. So the energy of the 10 of Pentacles, there is definitely conflict surrounding a whole lot of money. It has to do with a Cancer and a Leo. The law is going to be coming in because the law is going to be recognizing that a Sagittarian person could have duplicated some sort of a documentation. Okay, and they're going to be finding out. Okay, so the toil and labor, yes, a man is now very worried. This energy of the toil of labor, this man together with a Cancer and a Leo is now very worried because the law is intervening in a situation and recognize that this man is at the root of all the problems that is going on. Yes, so they now recognize that a travel document was duplicated. They now have evidence that a travel document was duplicated. They could be also looking deeper at this man travel documents, whether this man is a Leo or a Leo man is now in a whole lot of problem. His workplace is recognizing that he was carrying someone else's travel documents. Yes, so your enemy, a group of people, is going to become your greatest enemy, but you really do not care. And the reason why, because this man and a young Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn is now caught. They now recognize that this group of people were defrauding other people. Okay, this man had worked with a young Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian person to create a fraud against you. Yeah, a corporation is now finding out how much money this family have stolen. Bitches, criminals, thief. Oh my God. Wow. What a sick group of people. This is why I always say to you, I have respect for people who are just honest and upright and just work for what they want. So they're not going to be finding out. It's not the first time that this family created these frauds. It is not the first time. A corporation institution is not going to be finding out how this family come on their wealth. It's by stealing from other people. Okay, you have an enemy, okay, and there's a man that is your biggest enemy. They're now finding out that this man was collaborating with a young Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, a Sagittarian, and a Leo person, and these were people that was bringing out fraud. Okay, this man is the ringleader of this fraudulent community. Okay, they are criminals. Okay. So let's see what is going to be happening, because they're now finding out how this family was having money. It's by defrauding. Yes, they're going to jail. Bitch. Yep. They're going to go to jail. Yep. They are going to go to jail. So, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes certain things have to happen. Sometimes certain things have to happen. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, people do crime because whoever this community is coming up as a man. This man is a criminal. Okay, there's no question about it. This man is a criminal. This man could have a young lover that is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This young lover, I know a Sagittarian woman and a Leo. This community of people have been ripping off people for a very long time. It's not the first time they have done it, okay? They're also looking at this man to see if this man was really born in a country that they say that he said he was born in, okay? There is something about this man and his travel documents, and they're going to be finding out that this man lied. This man lied. He was not who he said he was and where he was born. They're going to be recognizing, because they're going to be getting down to the nitty-gritty of this man. Okay? Because they're recognizing that this man has been creating travel documents for people. So they're going to be start looking at his travel documents. Okay, what should we know about this? Whoever this man is, yeah, it's 7. It's an Aquarian, a Taurus, a Leo. A Leo isn't a whole lot of problem, because they now recognize that this Leo was working under or living under someone else's identity. A Leo is really having problems. People at the workplace, a Leo is going to be removed out of a work position because they recognize that this Leo was using someone else's and living under someone else's document. Okay, so whoever this person is, this Leo, there's an Aquarian, and there's a Taurus. A Leo, an Aquarian, and a Taurus. Leo, Aquarian, Taurus. That is involved with this situation. Okay? They're recognizing that these people could have been creating false travel documents. What should we know about this investor? Yeah, they're finding out. I told you, they're finding out. They're finding out that a Leo was living under a Scorpion information. A country, a corporation institution is now finding out that a Leo person, a Leo that is immigrated from another country, was living under a Scorpion person information. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I say to you. There are people, okay, this Leo parents or Scorpion, both mother and father is Scorpion. This Scorpion young man, his mother, he is missing, and his mother is the Capricorn. So people are now finding out because this Leo, the corporation that this Leo is working, is recognizing this Leo is not who they say they are. Okay, this Leo is using this missing Scorpion data and information. This is definitely a Scorpion. They're now finding out that this Leo is not the same person because this Scorpion photograph is on the mother's telephone. The mother is weeping for a child that is the Scorpion, and they are now comparing the photograph and the name of this person. I recognize. No, because the mother has tweeted this person. This is the person. This is what we have in our government system. This person, this Leo person is not in the government system. This Leo person is living on the Scorpion information. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever know how many people does this, it is unbelievable. There's a lot of people who live on the people identification. And this is what I've been saying to a lot of you. I took 2.5 years to go to America to investigate because my house was broken in and they wanted to tell me this story and this blow and I'm like, no, there's no window open. It's in the middle of winter, so nothing blow and nothing make anything. Okay, so I went to investigate because then I recognized that my dead parents' information was being used. I took 2.5 years of my life, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, these people sing like singing birds. Okay, and I could find out all of these people and the last place that I went to, that was where they were doing this big, what you call it? It's like a swap shop, okay? Because they gather people in and they were selling people, old people, dead people, information and data. And, I told you guys the story that I was working at this old people place. And this lady that was working in the thing there, I said to her, because, you have to ask people if you can access their data, if even your HR. And she was there. I said, can I access? I said, weren't you born in so and so? She said, yes. I said, well, come and look at this. Someone put your information as that. She said, what? She said, yeah, I'm going to take my passport. I said, yeah, you need to report it to the police. Someone put the lady has been born somewhere else and the lies they told. And I told the lady, I said, you go to the police and you report this because whoever is doing this fraud. She said, that is not where I was born. The lady, I sent her to the police, ladies and gentlemen, because it is a situation that you will not understand the people and the places that people will create fraud with your documentation. Never give anyone your identity to copy. Okay? For 2.5 years, I have seen how these people create fraud by using other people's data and information. So ladies and gentlemen, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your identity. You gotta protect yourself, okay? You cannot trust people. Don't let people come and sleep in your house, because while you're there sleeping, especially if it's a narcissistic, ladies and gentlemen, stay away from narcissistic people. They are evil, okay? They will copy your identification and sell it to other people. They love money, and it doesn't matter how they get the money, they will sell your data and information to other people. Stay away from narcissistic people. So now they're going to be finding out, because I see that the law is now intervening in these things, because the law is now finding out. And this is why I say to a lot of people, I can't be bothered to with people who, when they're doing these messy things. Okay, because this person, they're not going to be finding out, no, that Leo is not who they say they are. They're going to be contacting the workplace of this Leo, and is going to be advising the workplace that this Leo is living and working on someone else's identification and information. And this is how they block other people. Okay, this is how they block other people. This is why As I've been always advising you guys, and this is what my channel is for, is to alert people of things that is going on that you are know, because some people just live their lives and have no idea that someone else somewhere else is living on the pretending to be them. This is wrong. It is totally wrong. Okay, and anybody can want to justify, no, 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 this is not supposed to be justified. If you were supposed to be having someone else's identification, you would not have been born in the family that you were born in and where you were born. Okay, some people were born in certain places because they have certain life missions to do. Okay, some of us came here to do life missions to help humanity. Okay, so they're not going to be finding out, and they're going to be going to this person's place and telling them to shut down because that person is not who they say they are. And they're going to be going in search to find out where is the scorpion, because whoever this Leo person is and their family have done something to the scorpion. Okay? They're now finding out that a family has been selling people information and has been ripping off people for a very long time. Okay, whoever this man is going to be some of your greatest enemy. But this man and a young Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and a older Sagittarius woman has been creating fraud for a very long time. Okay, it's a community of people that has been, their only connection is to collaborate together in stealing from other people. They're not Robin Hood. Shoot the F. Okay, Robin Hood does not exist. So, and they were Robin Hood not for their community, but only for themselves to fill their pockets. So the truth is going to be coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, we live into a world, a sick world, okay? There are people that, as I say to some of you, there are people, if you meet someone and your intuition is like, no, you can't trust this person, or your intuition is, pulling on you not to let this person in, do not do it. I nearly lose my life, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to when you meet people and your intuition, because I nearly lose my life. Okay, this is what this channel is for, is to advise people whenever you feel as if something is off. I always go to the root. I am going to you and I'm going to be. And, I remember I met someone and I said to the person, are you on drugs or so? Why are you so skinny? I said, are you having a health issue? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have any time to qualms. And after talking to the person said, oh, I take so and so, so and so. And, but no, I'm not going to discuss anybody behind their backs. I'm going to ask you face to face. Are you having a health issue? Why is this? But whoever this community of people are, it's like they think that people should give them and should share whatever they have. No, that's not how it works. Okay, you can't just take from people and it's going to be drugging people, robbing people. This community has been doing it for a very long time, and it's about time they get caught. Namaste.